Thanks very much, Valen. Well, in this clip from the life and times of Ntata Andrew Mlangeni, we get to hear about how he got arrested.
The special branch knew that we had been out of the country and went for military training. But as police do work, they pretended not to know. Wanted to see what was happening in the country. So we were instructed to work to be semi-underground. Semi-underground meant that during the day, people must see us. Oh, Mlangeni bakpase khona, Mthembu are still there, and Jogabi, and so on and so forth. But at night, we must go into what we called safe houses. I was arrested in this room here, this very room here. We used to have our meetings every Monday evening. That Monday, the 24th of July, came back from our meeting. I used to drive. So I dropped Mthembu at his house and went and dropped Gabi at his house. Came back, got into bed, I slept. I was not aware that there were cars moving up and down there looking for my house. So and next thing, I see the door opens there. I don't know how they opened the door, and this one or that one. The police, but they were in. First thing, I noticed a torch in my face. When I got up, he said, "What is your name?" I said, "Well, who are you looking for?" He said, "What is your name?" I said, "Who are you looking for?" Now, I had my jacket hung over the chair in the bedroom here. One of them went to my jacket and searched it and found my ID. He says, "Yes." Says, "Hey, Andrew Mlangeni." You see? And then I was already up, standing. He put his arm on my shoulder and said, "You are arrested." We were arrested before the bigger group in Rivonia, who were arrested on the 11th of July. Oh, Tatu Susulu. Mandela was already in prison in guess, because he was arrested for having left the country without permit. We were all arrested, some on the 24th of June, ourselves, and the other comrades, Walter Sisulu, etc., arrested in Rivonia on the 11th of July. And during our case, Mthembu could not stand the torture during the arrest, and therefore decided to give evidence against us. So Mthembu, I'm saying, at one stage, he was the president of Transvaal. And here is the whole president of Transvaal giving evidence against his comrades, ourselves. What a disgrace it was, my dear. People didn't expect Mthembu, of all people, would do such a thing. And the police knew, therefore, that some of us had been to China for military training. But they could not use that evidence because they could not prove in court that we had been out of the country. We were arrested, went to court, and sentenced to life imprisonment. Some of them were acquitted. Rusty Bernstein was acquitted. James Canto was acquitted. Harold Dolby was not in the case. He was overseas already, himself and Canto, but he was back already in the country when we were arrested. The 8 of us who were left were sentenced to life imprisonment. Prison is not a place where you should be, my dear, even for one day. It would take me another 26 years to tell you about our life in prison. So don't ask me. Don't ask me to be even very brief, because I know that once I talk about it, I'll find myself being long-winded as I normally am. And don't ask me to tell you about our life in prison.